found you. Finally, took me a day's worth of hiking. Finally got my hands on it. Oh, I love the smell of dirt in the morning. Man, where's the game? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Never mind then. Friday the 13th is a popular slasher movie franchise that has been a stay in pop culture since the first movie came out in 1980. Jason Voorhees has rose to the ranks of top horror icons along with Freddy Krueger, Leatherhead-Face, and Michael Myers.
I've had bigger chunks of corn in my crop.
Anyway, when it comes to video games of Friday the 13th, most people think of the now discontinued online multiplayer game. It's a damn shame too. That game was pretty fun. But the game I'm going to be talking about today is the one developed by LJN.
Ass!
What's weird though is that LJN was a toy publisher. They didn't develop this game. It was actually developed by Atlas, the same guys who developed the Persona series. It's odd how these two things are linked in some way. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a Persona review. Never gonna happen. The game begins with you selecting your counselor, who you're going to play as. For the sake of not being here for hours, pick either Mark or Chrissy. I'll explain why in a minute. The goal of the game is quite simple. Defeat Jason 3 times on 3 separate days in order to win. Seems simple, right?
No.
This is Jason fucking Voorhees, and knowing the movies, he's one tough cookie, so we're going to need to be prepared in order to stand a chance against him. You start out in the open by a cabin. Pressing start shows your map of Camp Crystal Lake, showing other cabins, the woods, the cave, and the lake. Your location is marked by the blinking person-shaped dot on the trail. Your primary objective is to find health containers that refill some of your health when you die, and getting your hands on notes in the large cabins that tell you where to find weapons strong enough to beat Jason. You start out with a rock as your weapon.
I got a rock.
Too bad it's the weakest weapon and you can't even hit anything without ducking or being point blank. Many enemies will attack you on your travels, like zombies, birds, and wolves. Across the map are spawn points that when you kill a certain number of foes and jump near, you'll spawn either a weapon like the knife, a key to open doors, a lighter to light the fireplaces, which makes the opening at the start of the game a liar, and medicine jars. One cool aspect is inside the little cabins are your camp counselor buddies, who you can swap places with and trade weapons and items with. This can open up a lot of ways to help. Like say your health is low and you used all your meds, you can swap over to someone else and not worry about it. You can also heal each other if you do have medicine. The counselors all have different abilities that will determine who's fighting and who's dead weight. Sometimes literally. Mark and Chrissy are the best ones. They can run fast and jump high. Mark is better at rowing while Chrissy's better at throwing. Laura's okay, but not as good. Debbie, Paul, and George are slow as shit, and in a game where you need to go far distances, that's not very good. Another reason is that every now and then Jason will try to kill either a counselor or a kid. You're given a time limit to go to the cabins on the trail or row to the kid cabins on the lake. Once inside, you have to face Jason.
Oh, hi, Mark.
In the cabins, you fight Jason similar to how you fight guys in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Each day that passes by, Jason will get faster and attack more, so by the 3rd day, you really want to avoid fighting indoors. A little trick I learned is that by leaving the cabin Jason's in, he spawns outside, but it's not 100% foolproof because he has a chance to fight you when you turn around. If Jason kills all the counselors or the kids, it's game over and back to the beginning with you. After dodging and damaging Jason enough times, he'll escape, but he'll keep attacking other places every now and then. The second way to fight Jason is outside. Looking at this map, Jason will start the game either here, here, or here. He mostly moves counterclockwise, so going in the opposite direction that he's going makes it more likely you'll run into him. Sometimes he'll be in the woods and then come out either on the left side of the lake trail or down in the cabin by the lower woods.
Write that down, write that down!
Every 5 cabins you go in, the time of day will change, and thankfully a box doesn't appear above your head to tell you that, but the music is not as thankful in terms of being well made. Most of, if not all, the tracks are only 5 seconds long and they loop endlessly. And others just take too long to get to the other change in the melody. It just eventually gets drowned out by your brain. Also, the day and night cycle only makes more enemies spawn, which is helpful in order to get more weapons like the machete after killing 60 enemies. But before you can even think about fighting Jason, we need some better weapons. Most are unnecessary, but there's only really 2 of them that matter, as well as 2 other secondary items. The torch and pitchfork are the best weapons that do the most damage. You can find the torch by going into the North Lake cabin, which has a clue to go into the woods. Going down some paths will take you to a cabin that triggers the torch to spawn in the cabin you were in before, so go back and get it. As for the pitchfork, it's received by defeating Jason's mom on the 3rd day. Yeah, Jason isn't the only boss in this game. His mummy dearest shows up too as a boss in the cave. To make it easier, light all the fireplaces in the big cabins to get the flashlight, which brightens up the caves and it reveals secret locations that you need to go down in order to get to her. Defeating her on the 1st day gives you the torch, defeating her on the 2nd day gives you the sweater, which reduces damage from Jason, but only female counselors can wear it. And like I said, defeat her on the 3rd day and you get the pitchfork, which goes through multiple enemies and does just as much damage as the torch. I would recommend you be very careful when fighting Pamela. She can very easily swoop down and hurt you, but just be careful and keep your distance and you should beat her in no time. Now that you have everything you need, go find Jason and beat him. Now remember, outside is preferred after day 2, since he gets ridiculously fast inside. It's almost impossible to dodge some attacks. I mean, just by day 3, you have to do some extremely precise timing with the dodge button in order to not get hit. And even when you dodge him, it's almost impossible to get a hit on him without getting hit yourself. But after defeating Jason for the 3rd time, you win the game with an ominous message that leaves up to interpretation of whether Jason is really dead or not. Screw this, I beat Jason, so that means I'm done with the game. So, in conclusion, Friday the 13th is a confusing, repetitive, and hard mess. But after playing it, I understand people's frustration with it, but I'm able to see some positive aspects and realize it's not as bad as some people have made it out to be, although I do definitely understand why this game is, not very well liked among people who are NES fans. I like the visuals with the scenery in the background, and the idea. The survival horror aspect is kinda adrenaline inducing. Not knowing when Jason will emerge and fight you, it keeps you on your toes and makes you want to beef up and beat him. Not a bad game overall, but there's plenty of spooky NES games that offer a more, fair and well-rounded experience, such as... Oh crap! Stay back, man! You lied to me! Oh. Whoa. No. 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 Look at it. It's horrible graphics, terrible gameplay, atrocious sound effects, and horrid level design.
Look at it! Look at it! Look at it! Phew! Glad that's over. No, don't think about it. I'm not reviewing you for this marathon. No.